Have you ever wondered about the current situation in Cyprus, a Mediterranean island with a rich history but also a complex and challenging present? Today, we're going to take a closer look at this fascinating place, specifically the issues that have divided the island for decades. Cyprus, you see, is split between the Greek Cypriot majority in the south and the Turkish Cypriot minority in the north. Since 1974, numerous attempts to reunify the island have ended in disappointment, mainly due to disagreements over political status, security arrangements, and property rights. And if that wasn't complex enough, recent developments have ratcheted up the tensions even further. So, what's going on in Cyprus? What are these new developments that are causing friction? And what could they mean for the future of the island? Let's delve into the heart of the matter and unravel the intricacies of the Cyprus conundrum. To understand the present, we must first revisit the past. Cyprus, a picturesque island in the Mediterranean, has been a hotbed of political tension for a significant part of its modern history. The island's division in 1974 into southern Greek, Cypriot and northern Turkish Cypriot territories has remained a contentious issue for decades. The Greek Cypriots, forming the majority, live in the south. They are internationally recognized as the Republic of Cyprus. On the other hand, the Turkish Cypriots, a minority, reside in the north, yet only Turkey acknowledges them as the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. This division was born out of a tumultuous time in Cyprus's history. In 1974, Turkey invaded the northern part of the island in response to a coup by Greek Cypriots, who sought unification with Greece. The Turkish intervention resulted in the geographical and demographic split that still exists today. In the years since, numerous attempts to reunify the island have been made, but none have been successful. The primary obstacles to reunification have been disagreements over political status, security arrangements, and property rights of the two communities. The most recent talks, held in 2017, ended without any significant progress, leaving the island's future in limbo. The role of Greece and Turkey in the Cyprus issue has been crucial. Both nations have historically had significant influence over their respective Cypriot communities. However, their involvement has often intensified the tensions on the island, further complicating the reunification efforts. Despite the many challenges, the dream of a unified Cyprus remains alive. The United Nations, along with many in the international community, continues to support a bi-zonal, bi-communal federation with political equality as the best way forward. However, the road to achieving this goal is fraught with obstacles, and the journey has been long and arduous. With this historical context in mind, let's explore the current issues that are causing friction on the island. From the lifting of the US arms embargo to the stance of the newly elected Turkish Cypriot leader and the dispute over the coastal town of Varosha, the situation in Cyprus continues to evolve, making it a compelling case study in international politics. First on our list is the recent US decision to lift the arms embargo on Cyprus. A decision that has been in place since the late 80s and has now, in the blink of an eye, significantly shifted the dynamics on this Mediterranean island. The United States, with its global influence, made a move that it claimed was aimed at bolstering the security and stability of Cyprus and its surrounding region. They were quick to clarify that this action does not affect the status of the island or the ongoing peace efforts. However, this decision was not met with unanimous applause. Turkey, along with the Turkish Cypriots, viewed this move as a blatant sign of bias and provocation. Their concern is that the lifting of the embargo will embolden the Greek Cypriots to pursue a military solution, potentially escalating the conflict further. While the Greek Cypriots have not indicated any such intentions, it's hard to deny that the lifting of the embargo does shift the balance of power. The implications of this decision are multi-layered. On one hand, it could be seen as a move towards strengthening the Republic of Cyprus, the internationally recognized entity. On the other, it could be perceived as a step towards further division, particularly if it leads to an arms race on the island. Moreover, the decision could impact the peace efforts, which have already been on shaky ground. Could this move be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Or could it somehow lead to a breakthrough? Only time will tell. One thing, however, is clear. This decision has undoubtedly added a new layer of complexity to the Cyprus issue. It has highlighted the different perspectives and interests at play and has brought the long-standing tensions back into the spotlight. As we continue to unravel the intricate tapestry of the Cyprus conflict, it's important to keep in mind that at the heart of it all are the people of Cyprus, who have been living with this division for far too long. Their voices and experiences are a crucial part of this conversation, and they should not be drowned out by the noise of political maneuvering. This decision has undoubtedly added a new layer of complexity to the Cyprus issue. Next, we turn to the stance of the Turkish Cypriot leader, Ersin Tatar. Known for his hardline nationalist views, Tatar has been a game-changer in the Cyprus issue since his election in October of 2020. With the backing of Turkey, he's pushed for a two-state solution, a stark departure from the United Nations' long-standing vision of a bi-zonal, bi-communal federation with political equality. Tatar's vision is not just about two separate states, but about formalizing the status of the Turkish Cypriot state and seeking international recognition. This is controversial, to say the least. It's a move that challenges the status quo and threatens to derail decades of peace efforts. But for Tatar and his supporters, it's seen as the only viable path forward, given the deep-seated mistrust and disagreements between the two communities. Another contentious point in Tatar's stance is his demand for the UN peacekeeping force to sign a status of forces agreement with the Turkish Cypriot authorities or leave the territory. This peacekeeping force has been monitoring the buffer zone since 1964, serving as a crucial mediator between the two sides. Tatar's demand, therefore, raises questions about the future role of the UN in the island's peace process. Now, let's talk about Tatar's relationship with Turkey. It's no secret that he has strong ties with Ankara, and his political agenda is largely seen as aligned with that of Turkey. This has led to concerns about the increasing influence of Turkey in the affairs of northern Cyprus, and fears that the island could become a pawn in the broader geopolitical struggles in the region. Tatar's hardline stance has certainly stirred the pot and challenged the status quo. It's a stance that could either pave the way for a new era of negotiations or push the island further into division and conflict. The future of Cyprus, it seems, hangs in the balance. Only time will tell what direction it will ultimately take. Lastly, we delve into the contentious issue of Varosha, a ghost town with a turbulent past and an uncertain future. Varosha, once a bustling coastal resort, has been eerily silent and abandoned since 1974, when its inhabitants fled in the wake of the Turkish invasion. The once thriving city, with its high-rise hotels and sandy beaches, quickly turned into a no-man's land, fenced off and patrolled by Turkish military. Recently, the Turkish Cypriot authorities announced plans to reopen and resettle this desolate area. This decision has sparked an uproar, reigniting the long-standing dispute over Varosha. The Greek Cypriots, who were the original inhabitants, have vehemently condemned this move, insisting that the town should be returned to them under the administration of the United Nations, as stipulated by UN resolutions. But the controversy doesn't stop there. The European Union and the United Nations have also expressed their disapproval of these plans. They argue that such actions violate international law and threaten to further strain the already tense relations between the Greek and Turkish Cypriots. The implications of this dispute for the peace process are significant. The reopening of Varosha could destabilize the delicate balance on the island and potentially derail any future attempts to reunify Cyprus. It could also exacerbate the mistrust and resentment between the two communities, making it even harder to find a mutually acceptable solution. In the face of these challenges, the international community has a crucial role to play. It must exert pressure on all parties to respect the UN resolutions and to refrain from any actions that could escalate the conflict. It must also provide the necessary support and mediation to facilitate dialogue and negotiation between the Greek and Turkish Cypriots. The Varosha dispute is a stark reminder of the deep-seated issues and the long road to peace in Cyprus. As the situation continues to unfold, we can only hope for a peaceful resolution that respects the rights and aspirations of all Cypriots and brings an end to this decades-long division. As we have seen, the situation in Cyprus is far from simple. The island, split between Greek and Turkish Cypriots since 1974, is a hotbed of tension and mistrust, The lifting of the US arms embargo, seen as a provocation by Turkey and Turkish Cypriots, has further strained the situation. The stance of the Turkish Cypriot leader, advocating for a two-state solution, deviates from the long-standing UN framework and adds another layer of complexity. And the controversy surrounding the coastal town of Varosha, abandoned since the 1970s, is a stark reminder of the pain and displacement caused by the conflict. These are just a few of the many intricate pieces in the Cyprus puzzle. It's clear that finding a peaceful, just and lasting solution will require a great deal of patience, diplomacy, and goodwill from all parties involved. What are your thoughts on the current situation in Cyprus? Share your views in the comments below.